Good morning. It's Joe from the Boring Trader. It's 20 to 8 on 4th of February 2021. Thursday, a couple of days left of the week. Nothing really going on this week so far. I had Tuesday off. Yesterday was flat for me. Not much happening. Some moves happening overnight, like the Euro today. I finally got the retest of 120 since breaking through back in December the 1st. Doesn't look like the Bears have run out of steam just yet, though. The last four trading days have been negative, so all of this week pretty much. Starting off with this down day on Monday, we broke this kind of neckline here around 120.50, and now we tested 120 yesterday and already again this morning, and it doesn't look like there's any balls in sight to push this up. We did have a tiny pin bar yesterday, but I wouldn't call that a pin bar. That's not a reversal signal for me. So I think there's more room to go here. Should we see a little break below 120 and close back above, then that might be a bullish sign. But this trend line here is quite interesting as we're trading below it now. And there wasn't much of a reaction when we touched it or when we tested it. So I think there's still room to go here, maybe 119. Not saying by the end of the week, but we could see that in the near future. And then below that, there's 118 and this double bottom here, which around 116. This trend channel, I've also still got marked up, although we won't really know if it's relevant until we get to around this 118, 117 handle. So I'm just going to keep it marked up for now. If this is actually a range, then we should see a reaction around the September 1st high of 120, which we did yesterday. Or maybe the range is the top end of this range here, this resistance that was broken through before we tested 120 around 119. So they're the two areas I'm keeping an eye on for now, and I think the Bears are in control. Should we close above 120.50, back inside here, which was the support before this breakout, then I think this will be really bullish. There'll be some profit taken from the Bears should we get back inside there. Anyone that was short going through this area, that was holding short positions, they might want to take some profits here. That will add to the buying pressure, and we might get a test of this trend line or a close above, and we start looking back towards the highs. GU cable. Cable, we've broken out of this. Let me just delete these arrows. Cable, I had this wedge marked up that we broke out of earlier this week. Monday, we just closed on this trend channel, this wedge support, and then Tuesday we broke through. We had the retest, and then we started selling off again overnight. We've had we sold off how many points? Yeah, around 50 pips already. So quite a long way for cable, especially overnight. And looks like we're on the way to test the support of this trend channel. So let's see what happens around that area. But it has been extremely messy. I did think that the first break of this was going to be a false breakout, although it looks like the Bears are in control now. So obvious places to look for, maybe targets for the Bears, unless they start taking profit around this trend channel support. I would say 134.83. If we get a reaction and a rotation back higher than 137, or a close below that, and we could see a bit of a rapid move, which anyone that was getting complacent here, the pound is going to go up, are going to have to reverse their position and start either taking profit or reversing, and 133 could be the target. So 135, 133 is the support areas. Some historical levels, as you can see, there's a bit of a pivot point around here, and same with 135. But bears in control as well for cable. UI has been pretty unstoppable since we broke out of this trend channel resistance wedge, descending wedge, trend channel, whatever you want to call it. We tested this 104.50 area, come back, closed above, and now we've really been rampant. There was some kind of bull flag here this week, and it looks like we're breaking out now. So should we continue this trend, then 105.50, which was resistance here, or 106, these big round numbers are pretty important for UY. But we've already come a long way since breaking out. So 103.50, well, 105.50 would be 200 pips. So we're like 150 pips up so far, 170 pips up. So yeah, there could be some profit takers soon. So I would be wary of this 105.50 area should we get up there, because we've come a long way already. I think traders might not want to be greedy, take some profit around here before we rotate lower, and maybe look at this trend line support for support. Right, GJ is following GU. Seem to be rotating lower, so it's touching this big round number 144. This trend line support is next. We're going to hit that probably today. Below that is 14271, which is this September 1st high. This previous resistance could act as support, and that comes around this trend line support as well. So 142.71 is where I would target if I was short, or if I was looking to get back in long. This is also this will also fall in line with this bad boy. Yeah, this trend line on the weekly, which was tested twice as resistance, but we haven't retested it as support. So it's a bit of an untested area on the weekly, and because we've rallied considerably the last couple of months, then I think we're due for a pullback, maybe to this 142.71 area would be the first place that the bulls will be gathering into formation and ready to push on again. EY a little bit stuck inside this trend channel, although this is the weekly. Let me just change to the daily. I thought it looked a bit strange. Half asleep. Yeah, inside this this trend channel, which I've got marked up, although it's not the greatest trend channel at the moment. It's only been respected a couple of times. But this 127 big round number has played its part again. It was resistance here at the start of 2021. It played resistance last week around Friday, and now we seem to be finding support off this previous resistance level, sitting just above 126. So there's a bit of a gap here. Should we rotate back higher, 127 would be the target. Or if I'm in a trade on the hour one breakout level, and my target for 1 hour is 127.22, let's say, then I'm just going to take it off a little bit early, maybe take 0.6 or 0.7 R instead of waiting for 1 R, trying to be a little bit proactive instead of reactive. Right, AU, since we've broken out of this wedge, this is a bit of a bull flag. We broke out to the downside. There's a big push down. We came back up and we closed just on this previous support level, which then the bears pushed back again. So since breaking this low, we formed a lower low, and now the market is rallying a bit. We're going to probably come back and test this 76 support again before deciding where to go next. Close back in above that 76. To me is a bullish sign, and we might go and test first the wedge resistance, and then the highs back in January. 78.12 I've got marked up, or it's a little bit higher. So interesting levels here for AU. Volumes have dropped off quite a lot this week. So let's see what happens here. I think everybody's in wait and see mode because this pair has been rampant through 2021. And now it's just pausing for thought to see where we go next. But should we continue this huge uptrend, then a close back inside 76 would be the first signal to me that the bulls aren't finished. Should we test and close below that with a nice kind of bearish looking reversal bar, then I'm going to start looking to run my shorts a little bit further. Okay, let's have a quick look at gold. Gold, this trend channel has been in play since this huge bull run in August. So I shouldn't really draw it there. All the way back here, July into August, a massive rally in gold, and we've given back this kind of exhaustion, I guess you would say. There was no more bears left to sell, and the bulls took a huge step up. Since then, we have been stuck consolidating since August into now February, not really going anywhere, testing the channel either side. And I think we're just building up, accumulating orders here before the next push higher for gold. Now, in terms of recent price action, this 18.17 seems to be the support for the bulls. This is the line in the sand. We have tested it this morning overnight. There seems to be a lot of movement. So maybe a good day ahead of us. Let's see. A close below this and a retest and a push lower, that we could test this November low back in 1765. Although 1800 has been big support for this pair. It was also support back in November and resistance once. So 1800 is a bit of a level here. So keep your eye on it. Have that marked up on your chart, just in case we come back to test this level. Should be close below that, then the 1765 would be the next support. Below that would be these historical levels around 1750 that have acted as support and resistance before this huge breakout. And then below that, 1700 and this trend channel support, or this descending channel support. So a few levels here. Should we close back above or somewhere around 1840, 1850 area, then I think we can push higher. There's a double top here that could act as a market, 1875, and a close above that, 1900, and then this trend channel resistance. Anyway, that's enough for me. It's almost 5 to 8. Happy trading. I will be doing a review of my trading today, so keep an eye out for that video, and good luck.